defensive back, linebacker for us. Shane's our sophomore quarterback. Shane, through youth league, was a corner slash safety receiver. Now he's committed to quarterback, and actually he's had a very good camp, and he'll have a pretty good season for us. Shane was 5 years in HP's program, a couple championships. Devion was 3 years in CSYFA. Justin Jackson, the tailback that I've had for the past couple years, was 7 years in CSYFA. I guess my point is, when these kids come here, they're pretty damn good. And the reason we've had success here the past few years is because we've had pretty damn good players, and it's because of you guys. So we deeply appreciate that. We're going to go over stance first, and you're going to see a little bit different between the two. But the fundamentals of being chin up, chest out, being an athletic position will remain the same. What's going to be a little bit different is going to be their feet. All right, Shane here on the right, as he gets into his stance, you're going to see his left foot is about to the instep of his right foot. Don't have a huge problem with that. Shane, why do you have it like that? More comfortable. Okay, I'll live with that. As long as it doesn't screw up the timing, that's fine. Now, Devion, a little bit better of an athlete. Devion can be balanced up. Okay, he can flip his hips any which way he wants to go. What needs remain the same is our wrist is about butt deep into the quarterback. Our middle finger is going to go up the crack of the center. Now, with our top hand, we are not going to apply pressure. It's going to be taught, but we're not going to apply pressure. That's going to come with the bottom hand. Both right-handed quarterbacks, so the right hand's going to be on top. They'll be pressuring in with the bottom hand. They're going to be balanced, chin is up, chest is out. And what can you tell me about their elbows? Well, they're a little bit bent. You know, for what reason? Why are they bent? To absorb the shock from the center. Okay? When that snap comes, they've got to be able to absorb that a little bit. If their elbows are locked out, their hands are tight, that ball is going to hit their hands and go to the ground. We're going to have a heart attack. All right? So they're going to have their elbows bent. The bottom hands are pressure into your top hand. The bottom of their palms are going to be together. When they receive the snap, if they need to extend to the left or to the right because the snap didn't come as quickly as it could, because they have bent elbows, that they're allowed to do that. Last year, our quarterback, Gaz, our senior, his hands are about 11 inches, or 6'4", 210, but he put too much pressure with the top hand. So what happened was, he applied pressure with the top hand, the bottom hand they wouldn't be touching. All right, so the ball would come here on the wrist, the exchange would go bad, as opposed to 1st and 5 or 2nd and 5, we're at 2nd and 14. So that's something that we stress. We'll do a drill before practice. And the quarterback will basically coach up the center. And he'll just say hit, and we'll just snap it, rapid fire. Set. They'll do that 20 times. They can get 20 snaps within a minute. And then after that, the center will actually snap and step in the direction he's supposed to, just to keep working that snap. Because you're ball on the ground and your world will hurt. Before in the shotgun, not rocket science, but basically in a balanced position with your hands out. Okay, that's our stance from the shotgun position. What kind of offenses do we run here? Two-back, I, nobody like Lamar North, or Wisconsin, or Stanford, or 49ers. Wing T teams, or double wing. Oh, spread, shotgun spread. Nobody shotgun spread? Really? Okay, so we're going to go over some handoffs here. We're predominantly a two-back under center team. We will get the gun. We will do some stuff with the gun. We'll do a little bit more this year. Our first play, we'll go over inside, off tackle, and perimeter plays. Our first play, our up the middle play is ISO. You guys might call it lead. Basically, the blocking man on, and the fullback is responsible for the play side backer. And what the quarterback is going to do is he's going to open the opposite way. We call it reverse pivot. So if we're running 32, he's going to open up to his left. His right foot, he's going to really pivot on his right foot, and he's going to give as much midline right up my butt as possible to the tailback. The tailback on the third step will receive the football. When he receives the football, though, he wants his shoulder pad square. The reason he wants them square, that gives him a two-way go at all times. If they're playing over the top, I can go to my left. If we got it blocked right, I can stay on my path. All right, let's go 32 ISO. Good question. Depth of the tailback is 7 yards. Justin would go a little bit further back, and he's 7.5 yards. See, the problem that I see with our freshmen is that they're anxious. Justin was, I use the word cool. Justin was super cool. Devian's cool, but he's getting to be super cool. What I'm saying is that they're not in a hurry. They understand that this stuff up front's got to be sorted out. My freshmen are really uncool, and they'll come up there, they'll take that ball, and they'll run right into our fullback, our guard, who hasn't even got out of the stance yet. So what we try to say is slow to, fast through. And Justin was very good at that. Slow to, let it develop, then bang, hit it. All right, 32 ISO. Set. Now, the quarterback can either play action pass, he'll go straight drop back, or he boots the opposite way. 31 ISO. Always practice more to your left than to your right. Most of us are right-handed. I neglect the left all the time. Set. All right, our off tackle game is a little bit different than everyone blocking a man on and part to C. We're going to block down on a play side. Everyone's blocking this way, so we're going 36 power. Everyone's blocking this way on a play side, and we have two pullers. We refer to our fullback as a puller. Our first puller being the fullback is going to kick out. Our second puller is going to wrap through, but the footwork for the quarterback and tailback is going to remain the same. He's going to lateral step, square shoulder pads. If we can run it in A, we're going to run it in A. If we've got to bounce it, we will. The quarterback, steps are going to be the same. He can play action pass or he can boot off. Set. The defense is in our league, and as you guys, I'm sure you guys coach, as this tight end goes to release to the inside, or as this offensive tackle goes to release to the inside to go to a linebacker, you tell that defensive end to do what? He's going to step down, right? The guy over you blocks down, you step down. Block down, step down. Well, our guys in our conference take it to another level. All right? We call it long arm. So as that guy goes to release inside, he's actually going to come down and he's going to wrong arm the fullback, try to blow the fullback up. So that's when the ball might bounce to the outside. If that does occur, we tell our fullback, okay, well, if he's going to run himself that way, just push him that way. The guard will get around it and we'll go a whole wide room. Our counter play off of this is called Joker. Basically the same two pullers except they exchange timing. The first puller will be the guard. The second puller will be the fullback. The guard will be the kicker. The fullback will be the wrapper. Quarterback's footwork's going to change, and so is the tailback's. All right, the quarterback is going to present the ball. Everyone take a look. I got this football out here. We're going to run to the left. We're going to run to the left. We're going to bring it back in. We're going to drop it. We're going to run to the right. All right, this is our Joker play. Again, the quarterback wants to extend the ball so the defense can see it, so the people in the stands can see it, so everybody can see it. So we're running to our left, but no, we're going to run to our right. Set. And then he's going to boot the opposite way. The tailback is going to lateral step the opposite direction and try to keep the shoulder pads as square as possible. Okay, 35 Joker. Set. All right, that's our counter off tackle play. Now we have three ways to get the ball in the perimeter. Three ways to get the ball in the perimeter. One is our stretch, and by saying the word stretch, that tells the quarterback that it's going to be a handoff. All right, it's going to be a handoff. He's going to open. He's not going to reverse pivot, but he's going to open to the play side. It's going to be 38 stretch. He's going to open to the play side, point at a 45-degree angle, and he's going to run. He's going to run with that ball extended. Look, everybody, we're going to run this outside play. He's going to hand the ball off. He can boot the opposite way. or it can come straight back. The running back is going to be for the butt of the tight end. That's where they'll meet. If the tight end gets the hook on the defensive end, he's on the perimeter. If the tight end blocks the defensive end out, he'll insert inside. All right, 38 stretch. Set. 37 stretch. Set. All right, now, why hand the ball off? Because we can still have play action pass. All right, we can boot naked, which is a great play. You've seen all pros do it. We can have him drop back and throw a sprint out that way. And Justin, the running back that we had, coach, the hell with that play action pass stuff. I want you to toss me the ball. What did I do? I'll get you 10 yards, and he did. So, as opposed to doing that, Justin wanted the ball in his hands right now so he could work this stuff out up front. He's like, I'll make it right. I'll make the move. Just toss me. Get it to me right now. So when we run toss, we're going to reverse pivot, and we're going to take our left foot, we're going 38 toss, we'll take our backside foot and point at a 45-degree angle that way. I'll pivot hard. I'm going to pull the ball up, down, up, boom, and flip it out, flowing it to the field. Trying to point the backside foot at a 45-degree angle and float the ball out. We're almost like you're throwing a bucket of water here and let go of it as the ball floats to the tailback. 38 toss. Set. All right, see that toss should be a little bit further out. Let's go 37 toss. Set. Always practice more to your left. Always more to your left, especially toss. All right, the third and final way, jet. Wisconsin still runs quite a bit of jet. The big thing with jet is that you have to tell the ball carrier he has to be going full speed. He's got to go. All right, he has to move. If he tries to slow down to get the timing down in practice, it makes no sense. We might as well just run toss then if you're going to slow down. We want him going full speed when he receives the handoff. Now, what Shane needs is a landmark. Shane needs to know when do I snap the ball because I don't want to mess the exchange up. He's going to snap the ball at the backside leg of the guard. All right, so this is the play side. We're running jet to the right. So when the back gets here, he's going to snap the ball. And all he's going to do is reverse pivot, boom, hand that ball off. Then he can go through his power, or he can boot the opposite way. Devion, once upon receiving the ball, he's going to belly back so he can see what's going on in the defense. The way that Devion's going to take the ball is through a table handoff. All right, he's going to put his hands like that, exchange the ball to the outside. The big thing, he's got to go full speed. Set. All right, now as a defensive coordinator, you're telling your defensive end to that play side of the jet what? If he gets outside of you one more time, you're coming off the field. Bottom line. They just ran jet 4 times for 30 yards a pop. If he gets outside of you again, you're coming off the field. All right, so they see, especially Devion can run. So if this is the tight end, he sees Devion going in motion, he's coming outside. I'll make the play. He's got to move. Now, when that occurs, then we got to run something underneath it. So we got to play with that defensive end a little bit. So here, he's going to go in jet motion, but instead of handing him the ball, we're going to run power underneath it. Here, boom. Makes our kick out that much easier. And you can run any play. You can run ISO underneath it, you can run power underneath it. Once you get that defensive end, these linebackers flowing, man, they want to run. They're like mad dogs out there. They're going to run to the ball. And they have to run with jet. Now, we met with Northern Illinois for about 5 hours. They had Jordan Lynch, a kid from Mount Carmel, was a hell of a player. And we want to know what they were doing with him as far as the run game. And I kind of saw it. I'm like, man, that's kind of what we do, but we just hand the ball to Justin. We don't do it with our quarterback. So we met with them, and sure enough, if they didn't run, they just ran power and joker and ran all these schemes up front, the same as we do, but they're running with a quarterback from the gun. All right, now, if we're going jet from the gun, So now his landmark's going to change a little bit because now the ball's gonna float in the air. So now his landmark's going to be the backside foot of the tackle. All right. So when he's going to go in jet motion, and he's going to snap the ball at the backside foot of the tackle and hand it off just like jet. Go ahead. Set. Okay. Now the problem is with you guys, like, well, that's great, coach, but hell, I can't get a kid to shotgun snap. Yeah, I know we're struggling with that too. We just got to keep practicing. Coach Connor's got some great drills for that. All right, now we get these guys leaning, we get these guys leaning, we get these guys leaning. And now we're going to run what? Well, we're going to come back, we're going to run quarterback joker the opposite way. Get a little chafe there. On the fullback. Set. If you're able to get to the gun, it's not a bad deal if your quarterback's the best athlete. At your level, why would you have the best athlete at quarterback if he's not going to run the ball?
You still pulling the guard on that joker
Absolutely.
as well?
Absolutely. Yep. Just like under center.
Backside.
Backside guard's going to be the first puller. He'll be the kicker. The fullback will be the wrapper. Yep. Just like under center. That's what's nice, that these schemes could fit under center or the gun. Nothing changes.
How about if you're going jet on that? Are you still pulling them?
Yes.
So
but because in gun, he's going to be a little bit deeper. You're worried about a collision with him pulling? Right. Yeah, so he'll be back here 4 yards. The guard will be up here. You know what I'm saying? Jet under center would be more difficult. Yeah. You would have to snap it later. You could do it, but the timing would have to be pretty damn good. You have to snap it later so we could clear so the guard could pull. So it's much better to run from gun because there's about 4 yard difference between the guard pulling and the jet. But again, the snap is the big thing. Okay, our 90s? Go over 90s? You sure we didn't go over 90s? Yeah, we had. Huh? We had. Okay, now our quick game. How many of you guys just run hitches or slants or outs? Or our quick game, you need second and 8. You need a good down and distance for third. So we'll throw the hitch, a slant, an out, a fade. It's our 3-step game. It's what you'll hear. They call it the quick game. So it's 3-step football. And this is a pre-snap read, which means that before the ball is snapped, I'm deciding what side I'm going with the ball with. Okay? I like it to the right. I got my tallest receiver over here against their shortest defensive back. I'm going that way. I got my fastest kid against their slowest kid. I'm going that way. So pre-snap, I know what side I'm going to. So 3-step to the right is going to consist of this. I'm going to open, come back on the midline. I'm going to open, crossover, plant. All right, now my first step, my open step, gets my shoulders going away from the line of scrimmage. So it's open. Now my next two get me pointed back this way. Crossover, plant. Now I'm ready to throw. All right, so let's go through it once. Just go through it, then we'll step through it. Go. We'll get rid of the football. Do it again. Sack, go. Is that a hitch? Is that a hitch? Yep, there's a freaking hitch.
It's just a little bounce.
A little bounce. All right, now we'll step through it. Here he goes. 1, 2, 3. Throw the football. I like your shoulders pointing down just a little bit more. Let's do it again. No, it's not a fade ball. 1, 2, 3. All right, now to our left is a little bit more difficult because if you open 3 steps straight back, watch how closed my left hip is. So as I open up, open, crossover, plant, I'll close myself off there. So I want to open that hip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open. Now my next two are going to be at 45. Crossover, plant. So my hips open up to the left. Because pre-snap, we know what side we're going the ball with. Here we go. Sack, go. Gotta get that hip open to our left. Sack, go. Now, step through it. Sack, go. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, hitch. You guys might be able to hitch into your stuff. Things are a little bit slower. And we'll hitch from when we run our deeper routes, our double breaking routes, a post corner, a post dig. So we'll look at our rhythm route, our first route, which would be maybe just a regular post. And then we'll hitch into our second round, all right? And here's a hitch. Here we go. Out of gun. Zach, go. I came forward a little bit. This is what we call a hitch. See, in our 90s, we can't get away with that. We got to get rid of the ball on time, on rhythm. You guys might be able to hitch into your slant, or hitch into your out. We can't do it at our level. Here we go. Set, go. All right, let's get the backs lined up. All right, now when we hitch forward, when we work footwork at all, is that our backside of our foot wants to replace the front side. So when I step forward or backward, I want a small step. Why? Well, now I'm always loaded, ready to go. If I take too big of a step, if I'm here, it's time consuming. Now I got to load. It takes once I pick that foot up.
2-minute warning.
Football. You'll watch Devion. Devion's got pretty short strides here when he hitches. Here we go. We'll go through 50%. Zach, go. Zach, go. Our Gaz is really good at this stuff here. All right, let's go back the opposite way. Let's pick up the tempo a little bit. I'll flash. Here we go. Set, go. 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 4. Set, go. 4, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4. Reason I'm showing them numbers so that you constantly keep your eyes down the field. Let's go over drill. Set, go. Back foot first. There you go. Rush. Now look at Devion's pre-pass ball placement. Okay, what would you say about that?
Get it up.
Yeah, he's got it
Forward.
down here by the belly button. But here, Devion, throw me the ball. See the way he throws?
Shot put.
Shot put. But two things, he's accurate and he gets out on time. So his ball placement, I don't complain about. You know, he throws like this here, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I don't complain about it. As long as the ball is out on time, it has good placement, I don't care. Now, Gas, who's 6'4", if he's got that ball down that low and he's got to bring it back here in the circle, it won't work. All right, so he needs the ball coming off his ear here in the pre-pass position. Shane needs it up a little bit higher. You know, Devion can get away with it a little bit lower. Not great when you got a defender coming through to swipe it down for him to fumble. Not that Devion fumbles. We won't even talk about that. Where you going, Shane? We don't fumble anymore. Zach, go. That's because last session you threw that my nuts. All right, up tempo.
I got you position.
No, go to boot.
Yeah.
Zach, go. Now I'll have the soft coach behind me flashing numbers as I'm giving the direction. He'll flash numbers. Zach, go. All right, we run a lot of bootlegs, so we do what's called a boot drill. Again, very creative with our terminology. All right, once you boot, what's preferred is that we have the perimeter. We get on the edge. Now, the reason we want to get on the edge is what do we have now? We've got a run pass option. You know, if everything's covered or if I get 4 or 5 yards, I'm taking it. If I got to pull up, not as great. Okay, but it's going to happen. All right, so boot drill. So I'm basically the edge rusher, and Devion's got to make a decision. Am I going to be able to get to the perimeter? If I can, I'm taking it. I'm taking it all day. If not, if I got to pull up, I got to dump it in the flats, or I got to push the pocket and back to the outside. All right. Ahead. If we have the end man line of scrimmage blocked and they bring edge pressure, what does that mean? Well, that means that there's nobody in the flats. That means the fullback sitting there by himself. Not that our fullback's a fantastic receiver. Set. Let's go to our left. But this is a drill that we'll do every day. Put the tail back in.
Hands a little sweaty, coach.
Palms are sweaty.
Yeah.
Normally the sophomore coach splits half reps with me so I don't have a grab around. Set. All right, guys, we don't have much time left. Any questions at all? Anything? If you have any questions, I'll be up wherever we're going afterwards. I'll be there. So if you have any questions at a time, go ahead and ask. All right, guys, thanks. Thank you.